Hello, my Y friends. How are we doing today on this first Tuesday of May? Welcome to a 30-minute core class. If you've never done a core class with me, we're going to be focusing on strengthening the muscles that support our spine and our hips. Now, for me, core training really involves stabilizing what's happening here, even though limbs may be in motion. However, sometimes we're also going to make sure that our spine is able to move. Our hips are able to support movement. So maybe we're going to be doing things where we are rounding and flexing our spine. Rounding, that's flexion. Extension, we want to be able to maybe do a little bit of a baby back bend. And maybe we want to be able to rotate through our spine as well. So today we're going to be doing all of those things. To help me, I have a small lightweight. You don't have to use it. However, if you have something in hand, it doesn't have to be a dumbbell. Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's a soup can. Maybe it's a bottle of wine. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. You do you, make use of what you have. Now, friends, first things first, we got to warm our bodies up, and I want us to bring awareness of what's going on in these muscles. Now, another thing to know about me, I'm going to emphasize slow, quality controlled movements rather than trying to do a whole bunch of repetitions, but do them where maybe we're not really using the muscles we want to use. Go for slow and controlled. I promise you, you'll get faster, stronger if we slow things down. Now, to begin, I'm going to start us on the mat. Yes, and have us build that awareness of our core. Now, friends, I want you to place your hands on your belly. And right now, before we even do anything, I want you to lift your belly up and see how your hands kind of spread apart. Yeah? And then bring your back down. Now, the reason I'm doing this is as we extend a leg, sometimes the belly rises. Now, the point of this again is what's happening here, not what's happening here. So right now, I want you to start right here, send a leg out, let your belly rise. And do you feel how your back lifts off the floor and your belly rises? We're not doing our core any good. Now bring your hands back to your belly. Now don't let your belly rise. Don't let your fingertips flare apart. Don't let your ribs flare. And extend your leg. Keep your low back pressed to the mat. That's what we want to emphasize. If your back is still coming off the mat, and your ribs are flaring wide and your fingers are splaying wide, what do? We send our leg closer up to the ceiling. It's not about this. It is about, thank you, Lexi. Lexi's back. It makes class better. Yes, can we give, I'm just gonna give it a clap for Lexi. Okay, friends, now that we have this, we're gonna do ourselves a dead bug. Opposite arm and leg goes out, in. Maybe that leg goes closer up to the floor. Yes, this is actually a core move. This is spine stabilization, maintaining a neutral spine despite arms and legs moving. Now, this could be super easy. Thankfully, the camera is zoomed in. I'm gonna go out, and do you see how, I look a little domed here. Guess what? My core is not gonna strengthen. So I'm gonna focus again on going slow. I'm not gonna go whoop, because you know what? I'm not noticing what's happening, what's going on here if I go fast. So I go slow, in and in, out slow, controlled, feel, what's happening here. Out and out, in and in. If we do this slow, I'm already starting to feel a little fatigued because I'm focusing on engaging these muscles. I'm less focused on what my arm and leg are doing. Yeah? Okay, friends, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. Did you know that just holding knees over hips, shins parallel to mat, and back pressed towards the mat, this is already having to engage your core. I'm already having to think knit, 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 knit together and hold everything down. Whew. We gotta focus. You gotta be mindful about that movement. Now, friends, the traditional dead bug is opposite arm and leg, but now we're gonna do a variation on that. We're gonna do same arm, same legs. So I'm gonna start with my right side, tabletop. So my knees aren't here, my shins aren't drooping. Right over my knees, no drooping shins. Oh, this is already work. Now it's right arm, right leg goes out, out, in. I'm working same side rather than cross body. And I'm noticing which side is harder. Yes, friends. I'm trying to identify weakness in my body. You're going to find that you typically carry things on one side or in one hand, and maybe one side is stronger than the other. Here I'm finding it's a lot harder for me to stabilize when I send my left arm and leg out. And this is really good. I'm going to do my left arm, left leg, and come on up and explain why that's good. Friends, when we have imbalances left to right, guess what? One side tends to take over. One side tends to take over, and then maybe we do more things on that side, and then the other side, it becomes weaker. And we might let those compensations occur more and more, and then that's when sometimes stuff we don't want to happen happens. So I try to look for, can I even out? It's okay if we're not completely even, but I want to get close. I'm going to try to balance out as much as I can and make sure everything is strong so we're supporting. Does that make any sense? So I'm going to do that dead bug again. Same arm, same leg. Again, hello stabilization work. Right arm, right leg, in and in. Out and in. Slow. Where am I feeling sticky? Where am I trying to rush? That's what I'm trying to identify. Out, out, in. Oh yes. Friends, we've got to put energy into the things we want to maintain. It's not going to maintain by itself. Yes, by moving our body, we're telling our body, this is what I want you to maintain. Put some effort, some energy into it. Yes, and your body will respond. I'm going to do one more on the left arm, left leg. And I'm going to draw my knees to chest. Yes. Okay, friends. Next up, back strengthening, yeah? Okay. I'm going to bring my feet right by my butt, hip width apart. I'm not having duck feet. My toes are directly in front of my heels. My feet are in as close to my butt as I can get them. Now I'm driving through my hips, sending my knees away. I'm imagining energy shooting out from my core, out through my knees, as though I'm trying to lengthen them. Okay, friends, I'm gonna hold this. Yes, Breathe. And I'm gonna come back down. Now, friends, what I like to emphasize on a bridge, what are the important things again when we're working core? Thinking about our hips, our torso. So like this part of my leg is a lot less important. However, to work the torso, the hips, I might make some adjustments here. So keep that in mind as you send your hips up. This is where we want our hips to stay. If our hips start to lower at any point, stop what you're doing with your legs and get your hips back up there, yeah? Now I'm gonna take one knee, I'm sending it up. Woo-hoo, it's as though I'm trying to touch the ceiling with my toe and I'm trying to lengthen. Rather than let my hips sag, what do? Lift them up. Now this is already challenging because I'm now trying to keep my hips level, but my leg is up. If I take my knees aligned, so now my knee and knee are aligned together and I'm on the diagonal. This is a lot harder. Now again, what's happening if the leg comes down? Or if the hips come down, the leg is up. Bring the leg down, get the hips up. This here is the meat of the pose. If you're here, my hips are on the ground and my leg is extended. That's not gonna do a lot for your hips. It's not gonna do a lot for your glutes. It's about what's here, not what's here. So now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Remember, the main course, the reason for this pose is whoop, here. This is where I want my hips to stay. And if they start to come down, I forget what's going on in my legs, drop both feet to the mat and get my hips back up. But let's say the hips are high and we're not feeling a lot of effort here. That's when extend. Let's say we're not feeling a lot of effort here. Let's face it, I am feeling effort here. But, oh yes. I'm gonna drop my foot down and bring my hips down because I could feel my hips lowering. And here in my leg here, I'm not gonna build a lot of strength in the muscles I want to build strength in. So think about that. What is your main course? And the main course for any bridge is not hips here, it's here. Okay, friends, I'm gonna bring my hips down. I'm going to do another move from seated before I stand. Okay, friends, I'm gonna do the side view and then the front view. Bring your feet wide. Knees and toes are pointing up to the sky. Hands right by your hips. I introduced this move into my yoga class and whew, people were having fun with it. This is another move for our posterior chain, friends. We've done reverse planks, but how about a wide leg tabletop? Okay, friends, push yourself away from the mat. Begin to lift your hips. And can you bring all 10 toes to the mat? This will fire up your backside like nothing else. I'm gonna come back down. In my in-person class, I have that on a song entitled Fly. So let's say you and me. What do you think? Should we fly together? Let's do it. Let's do it. Hands by your hips. Now, I'm not gonna shrink in. I'm gonna tell the floor, gravity, you have nothing on me. I'm lifted already. And now sending hips and heart up as high as I can go. And I'm pushing all 10 toes down into the mat. Hello, backside strength. And I'm gonna come on down. Also to friends, I know I just feel like I'm in a big old helpful tip today. I don't know about you, but I can't have coffee anytime after 10 o'clock. Otherwise, I will never get to sleep. And I hate that because I love my coffee. But in the afternoon, when I can't have coffee and I need a pick-me-up, what do? I do those back moves. I do a bridge. I fly in that wide leg tabletop. And you know what? I was sleepy. I was sleepy this afternoon and I don't feel that sleepiness right now. I know, crazy, isn't it? But anyhow, we're gonna come on up to standing and we're gonna be thinking about that core strengthening again. Now, this is what we want. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over heels. What we don't want is our head forward, back rounded, and neither do we want our hips forward. And I've got to notice this is different from a back bend. My hips are still over my ankles, but the back bend is coming from higher up my back rather than at my waist. Ooh, that dumps into my back. We want to keep that, and we're going to do that by marching. Yes, some of you have done this with me before. We might have the weight in hand, we might have the arm here. You might have the arm here. In fact, you know what, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to just start, and I'm going to try not to lean. Yeah. Whoop. Straight. So I'm going to focus. This is going to work my obliques because right now, force is wanting me to go a little bit leaning to the floor where the weight is. But I'm going to have to fight that. And we're also going to fight overcompensation too. We're going to try to lift our knee hip high. And notice I'm not doing this because I can cheat a little bit. You're gonna feel, do you have control if you go slow? Remember what I said at the very beginning of class. Slow, controlled, quality movements will get you so much further in your strength journey than fast, hurried ones, where maybe the quality is not really where you want it to be. This right now doesn't look like much, but yes it is. Because I'm not leaning, I'm not overcompensating. I'm like Goldilocks and Baby Bear, just right. Just right. And if we want a little more, yes. Slow, slow. Core movement and training doesn't have to be fast and furious. No, we're not going to borrow from that movie franchise. No, we're going to go slow and controlled. I know it's a lot less exciting, but so much better for us. How we doing? How we doing? Okay, let's switch sides. Maybe we're here. I'm not here. Hi. And neither am I overcompensating. Trying to come back, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, everything in one line as I slowly, see how I just lost my balance? I wasn't thinking and my core wasn't engaged. Yes, I know, come with me on a slow walk. Imagine we are walking on the beach of somewhere amazing. In my mind, friends, we're walking on a New Zealand beach because I think New Zealand is just gorgeous. Maybe in your mind, we're in Costa Rica or Hawaii. Take us to whatever beach you want, but take those leisurely walks. Hello, beach view. Have you seen my knee? And my other knee? Yes. Yes, maybe it's this. You might ask, what am I doing with my arms? Moving our limbs away from our body straight. That's a longer lever, and it's more for muscles that support the torso and hips to support. Has to work harder. So we carry on. Maybe we carry on. Oh, now I've got 2 long levers. And remember, I'm not going like this. If I slow down, I can feel where I need to give attention. I can feel where my body wants to rush. And you're telling your body, I love that body part too much. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to love on it. I'm going to savor it. I know. It doesn't seem like the sexiest move, but you know what? A lot of the best moves really don't look all that sexy, but creates all sorts of crazy sexiness in the bod. I'm gonna put this down for a little bit. Don't worry, I'm gonna pick it back up. Yes, that was engaging all of our core and giving a little bit of emphasis to our obliques because we're having to say, I'm not gonna lean one way, I'm not gonna lean the other way, even though maybe if a weight is in hand, we wanna do that. Next up, I want you to show off that gorgeous face of yours. So we're not gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Same thing. Notice ears are over shoulders, over hips. So I find when we're here, we're already a little bit unbalanced. Bring the elbows back and come back and try to maintain that. I'm gonna stay on this side view. Try to maintain it as we slowly bring shoulder across. Shoulder across. And I'm not letting my elbows come in. It's a different feeling, it's a different experience if my elbows stay pinned back. Now, if we're doing this and we find that we're losing our balance or that our elbows want to slide in, what does that mean? It means we need to reduce the range maybe, but only go as far as you can and see how far you can go while you're keeping your elbows back. I want to see that gorgeous face of yours. Show me, show me. Show me, show me. In another part of my life, I would have been doing this. Hiding from the world. No more. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to say, you know what? This is me. And oh, did you see? I was rushing. I was rushing. Yes, I'm going to call myself out on it and say, no, I know I rushed. I'm going to try to keep myself from doing that. And I'm going to do what I can, and I'm going to work for improvement, growth, and all the while, I'm going to hold myself proud and know that I'm doing something good for myself, just as I know you're doing something good for you. Okay, friends. Do you feel what a difference that is versus that completely changes the move? And honestly, I'm not feeling as much muscle activation in my body as I go like this versus embrace it, embrace it, embrace you. Now I'm gonna go back to my weight and back to this idea that core training may look a little different than you think it does. I'm gonna do what's called a farmer's carry. Again, with a weight in your hand, you're gonna be tempted to maybe do a little bit of a lean. But we're gonna try to even ourselves up We're gonna try to lengthen. And as I'm walking to you, that's right, you. And I'm trying to keep my shoulders level as I do. And I'm gonna just keep on walking this way. I'm gonna walk this way. I'm gonna walk away from you. Are you there? But all the while I'm here, and you know what? I think about this move when I'm carrying my groceries from my car to my home. I use this. Anybody else carry bags of groceries? And when we do, we don't want to be here. We don't want to be here. Owie, owie on the back. You want to be here. A farmer's carry, this is what's called a farmer's carry. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, over ankle. Is amazing for your core. Just go for a walk. Just be like, hi there, friend. And because we're friends, I don't want to hide from you. I see you. I want you to see me. So yes, as we get stronger, add more weight. Think about this as you are carrying your groceries in from your home, from your car to your home. And think of how you're carrying yourself. Zip up, stand tall, and be like, yeah. I know, you're just like, Minda, you're wandering. I am. But I'm strengthening my core at the same time. I'm not hunched. I'm not timid. I'm relaxed. My shoulders are down, but I'm braced here. Yeah? Oh no! Crazy stuff. Now I'm also going to strengthen my core as I just stand here and take this weight around me. Notice again, I'm trying to stay stock still. Trying to stay stock still as I pretend I'm making a hula hoop around myself. I'm not looking down. Looking down, what happens as I do that? Rounded back, head is forward, I'm out of balance. One of the best things we can do for ourselves is work on our posture and stand nice and tall. Along those lines, posture sequence, maybe we check it out, maybe we check it out, maybe we don't. You do you. But what I'm doing is core training. My body wants to go like, whoop. And I'm having to fight that, I'm having to brace, to stabilize, even though this movement makes me want to go, I know. You're like, Minda, you're in a really weird mood today. Yes, I am. But I'm also in a let's get strong mood because it feels like summer is here and I want to be ready for it. How about you? What's happening in summer? I am picking up a picnic basket and I'm going to go for a picnic. And on that picnic basket, I'm going to do things. I'm going to reach across for that platter of hot dogs. I'm going to pull it back to me. And another person's going to say, hey, can you pass the potato salad? We'll be ready. So yes, friends, this is core training 2. This is core training 2. I'm not here. Actually, that really hurts if my spine is rounded and I'm trying to march. Here, oh, no more back pain. No more back pain. So yes, maybe we just pick up a weight and go for a walk. We can do this inside our house. When I'm home, and I did this during COVID, I actually did do this. I just made figure 8s around my kitchen island. Yes, I did. And you know what? I stayed strong. And just because that time period has passed doesn't mean I have to stop doing this. Go for a walk. Go for a walk with a weight and do it with your head high. And with that, friends, 30 minutes is gone. We're gonna be ready for summer and all the summer activities because our core is going to be able to support us. Until next time, I'll see you here on the virtual Y, but maybe check out some of our videos. See you soon, friends. Mwah.
I'm Sarah, and this is cardio dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it.
Through the bag. Go! That's where we want to go.
Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.